Hello and welcome to the 26th episode of the second season of the Ecobitch Actress Podcast. I'm your host, CDC, and let's welcome back our co-host, Superman. Great day today. Whoa, whoa. I don't know, his accent just changes all the time. Good for all of us. Hey, just don't tell my voiceover teacher who taught us accents. Anyway, if you have never heard this podcast, we start with an eco tip that's great for the environment, not you, and followed by an actress story. Today, it's extra cringy. Stay for it. The whole podcast is only like 12 to 13 minutes. It's like the shortest podcast on earth. I'm seeing other people do 90 minutes and it's just mind blowing to me. Who is gonna sit through a long podcast like that except when you're on it? Hey, announcement. I was on Sci-Fi Happy Hour as a special guest. It's their latest episode. Check them out. It's the first time I was a special guest. Oh my God, it was so fun. And I need to thank all the guys for being kind and accepting the fact that I don't know shit about sci-fi, but I did watch Spaceballs just to discuss it. So if you want to know what Ecobitch thinks of Spaceballs, the old one, the new one is not out yet, then go and listen to Sci-Fi Happy Hour. And thank you, Quinn, for inviting me. Anyway, shout out is over. Let's start with an educational eco tip for everyone. Please go to your bookshelf and start looking at your books. You got a lot, right? I feel like if you're not a broke, low down actor, which I can say because I was, then you will own a lot of books on a bookshelf. I mean, even I did just from college. I did the tip myself and found it very useful. So I went through my bookshelf and took out all the books that are no longer relevant. I will not read them again. And ones that do not spark joy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So the eco part is, this is actually a decluttering tip now that I think about it. But decluttering is also eco because you're giving out stuff that you don't need and giving it to other person. So no new stuff has to be created. They can just get your secondhand stuff. So that's how it's eco okay. So what you do with this pile of books that you no longer need or want, and I'll tell you a few ways, which is kiss them goodbye and cry over them. And then you can either donate them to the library, which is surprisingly not my top option. I'll tell you, that's the third option. And then second, donate it to like free little libraries, you know, the little tiny bookshelves. I don't even know who goes there and takes little book. Okay, I don't want to diss free little library. I'm unaffiliated. I don't really care about it. I'm telling you a third option. Ooh, what is it? I don't want the co-host to walk away from lack of screen time. So there you go. That was a co-host asking. If you don't see the video, which you should, it's on YouTube and it makes the podcast extra funny, so go check it out. But anyway, what was I talking about? The third option for your books are to sell them actually. Hey, who doesn't love selling things? So there are a ton of websites and apps that buy your books because I've tried both of them out and they're great if you're talking eco terms. So for a book that sells for maybe like $14.99, they will take it for 26 cents. Yay, deal. Hey, at this point, it's not about the money. It's about eco. Why would I say that? Because these books will be resold by these book resellers, which is actually better in eco terms because people who spend money to buy books are more likely to cherish it because they spent money. That's the sunken cost, whatever. So it is more likely to be actually read if they bought it from a secondhand book website. So in terms of having the most circulation, I think selling your books is the best option in eco terms because at the library, they might have 10 copies, so they will toss yours or something. I don't know what they do. Okay, don't quote me. But if you resell it, because everyone lives for capitalism nowadays, so anything you sell and they pay for it, they will be more utilized. Wow, what wisdom. Again, you're welcome for the tip. Say something, co-host. Well, there are two butterflies kissing in front of me right now. You don't have to report everything you see, but yeah, it is great to see butterflies kissing if you want to know my opinion. Okay, I think that part will be cut. That was totally unnecessary to this podcast. Before I go on, hey, did you see this little poster I made? If you don't, I'll read it out to you. It's called Two Sides of the Same Coin. It's an amazing hand drawn poster that I made. So I am in this Hollywood Fringe show again this year. Hey, 2 years in a row. Celebrate. Anyway, so come see it. It will be June 25th and 28th at the Hobgoblin Theater in not New York, in Hollywood, actually. Parking is easy. Just come, support local theaters. We need your money more than any politicians. Thank you in advance. Let's move on to our actress story. Oh, by the way, Sadie will have 2 comedy shows in August. Yeah, I have 2 more comedy shows coming up in August. Check my Insta, Sadie C Official, for details. Next, today's actress story is, oh my God, it just happened like a month ago. I hope none of the people who witnessed this are listening, which they probably are not, so I'm safe, including my friend. Should I give her a pseudonym? Yeah, I don't have her consent yet, so I'm gonna name her Melon. Melon is what came to mind for some reason. Okay. I was staring at my garden, but we were planting zucchinis and tomatoes, so Melon. Of course, that makes total sense. So, Melon is another actress and my friend. And today's story is about networking. Boo, nobody loves networking, not even in the acting industry. And, I've talked in previous episodes that basically everyone else dislike actors, the producers, the directors, the crew. The crew is, I don't know, but I know the producers and directors hate actors because, refer to my actor big ego episode. I think it's 2 episodes before this. Dude, all these actor with their ego destroyed our names. When they networked, they were probably on top of all the producers and directors, so much so that the directors kind of are afraid of us because we're being too pushy, which I'm not, but I see it. And maybe, my first year I was pushy and desperate, but now I'm not because I am the shit. I realize, whatever, but still, I don't really go to any networking event. But there was this one event. Okay, it was an activity we all do together, a healthy activity. Okay, that just sounds so shady. Ugh, let's see. Yeah, it was a walk around the lake event. Yeah, I don't know how to mask that. So people who were at the lake, okay, you saw us, but whatever. It was one of those irrationally hot spring days, right? We had 98-degree spring days in LA, which is because of what? Global warming, you guys. Just turn off your everything. Blah. Good little PSA. Perfectly timed. Well versed. So it was super hot. So even though the walk around the lake, okay, I'm not going to go into the details, but we walked. It was like a networking event in a weird way. So there were crew looking people and directors, I think, about 10 people. And we met and told everybody our names and started walking. It was okay, but we were stuck with this woman who was not in the entertainment industry. She was just there to walk her dog, which is just okay. She is like in tech or something. But even her, we were talking and then she found out the 2 of us are actors and she left to talk with other people. I'm like, yo, you're not even a producer. Why are you like doing that thing? I'm so hurt. I'm not. But then we were the only actors. The other ones, they look like crew. They don't look like actors. You can kind of tell. Anyway, but I was still trying to, give my best impression, just not be too off path, not be too loud. I was trying to like just be normal. That's the thing about networking. It's just so awkward. There's no comfortable way to it. I was like, okay, y'all talk about welcome newcomers, but I don't see no welcoming. They were just talking with themselves. So that was fun. I was like, they might go to a coffee place afterwards and we can actually sit down and socialize. Blech. That's such a gross word. Disgusting. What's socialize? Anyway, I should have rehearsed this story because now it's a little too vulnerable. But my friend, Melon, is my friend. Melon. Melon is not very athletic, unlike me. And the weather got to her before we finished the big lake, and she had to rest a few times and slowing everyone down. And I was like, yo, we're already conspicuous. We don't want to do that. I'm being very Asian, for lack of a better word. But yeah, she's not Asian, so that's why she's like, "Bleh, whatever." But not in a bad way. She's just like physically just sweating and heated. So by the second time she needed to rest, we just stayed while they just walked before us. And I was sort of taking care of her, which is okay. And then two more of those crew looking, writer looking, I don't know, screenwriter looking white men, whatever. Why did I say white men? I don't know. It's going to be my comedy in August, so that's why. But they're cool. And they came over because they were behind us. And now they saw us and they were going to wait for us. And I was like, hey, you guys can go ahead because she's not feeling well. She is recovering. But then the two of them wanted to stay with us. I mean, also, obviously, we were the two young women. Everyone else was kind of not. So maybe that's why I'm assuming there's no proof. But that's the vibe I got. So we were starting to chat, and I'm like, maybe it's cool to chat. And I have not even yet to find out what they actually do. Are they like a grumpy screenwriter or an introverted director or sound person? I didn't have time to find out before my friend Melon just couldn't take it. It was super hot. She said, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. I shouldn't laugh, but then she didn't throw up, but she was like belching. And then she was kneeling down. And I was like, oh my God. So I kneeled to see what's up. And then I turned and I saw the two guys being like, oh, okay, something like, nice to meet you guys. And then they left. I mean, it's not like we need knights to like save us, but it was just super cringy situation all around. I don't even care about the two guys, but those two guys just left. They're probably directors. They're like, okay, let the second AD handle this puking actor incident. Peace out. I have more important things to do. What the? They could have been a little less obvious, but well. And my friend did not puke, and I waited until she was okay, and then we walked back. So we didn't join the crew. It was too embarrassing. I mean, embarrassment is not a big deal anymore for actors, but still, it's kind of cringy because this was a networking event. So I have since then not gone to any of their events, although I am pretty sure they probably remember us, but I don't know if I'll ever return to that group because it's just very awkward. And that has been the story. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel of the same name. And see you at the show on June 25th and 28th. Deets on my Instagram. Bye.